we're testing out the Redmi Note 10 Pro on your favorite social media apps, plus other fun camera features you'll be able to use. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to ISALAZBDAY Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. Now, before we move on to the social media testing, which I'm sure all of you are excited about, I'm gonna quickly talk about Lazada's 9th birthday sale, which is happening on the 27th. As you guys know, most of the phones that I feature on this channel are available online on Lazada. And not only even that, even the stuff I shoot with, which I've talked about on a previous video, I have gotten from Lazada. But wait, there's more, even cool beauty tech like this high-tech cleansing brush from Xiaomi. It has its own carry case and different vibration settings because skincare is life, you guys. Or this really nice Xiaomi LED mirror. It has a jewelry plate at the bottom and different LED light settings. And so of course this LED mirror light and this facial cleanser can be found online on Lazada. Yup, we're not just looking at tech stuff on the online site, even tech for your everyday beauty stuff. Nice. So basically, anything you need, you can add to cart now and then check out on the 27th because there are deals of up to 90% off and free shipping with no minimum spend. Get on that. I'll link all the details down in the description. Right, back to the video. We of course start with looking at how posts look when shot with this phone. So I have the iPhone 12 mini and the Xiaomi Mi 11. I'm gonna be posting with the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro, and then we're gonna look at how they look through these phones. Let's get to posting. Right, let's check out how those stories work. This is the iPhone 12 mini and the Xiaomi Mi 11. So first story was shot on the IG app with the Redmi Note 10 Pro. My social media test, this is being shot on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro straight on the IG app. This is shot on the camera app this time, then shared to IG. IG app, selfie on the camera app, and then shared to IG. On TikTok, everything looks good when shot on the camera app of the Redmi Note 10 Pro and then edited on the TikTok app, although I'd still suggest this way versus shooting straight on the TikTok app. You can watch all these videos shot on this phone on my TikTok account. I also did calls on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro, and this is what it looks like on Telegram. Say hi to Joshua. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How do I sound?
You sound fine. I think I can hear your air conditioning, but otherwise you sound fine.
Well, I mean, that's good. That's on the bikes if they can hear the air conditioning. I mean, of course, call quality will always be heavily influenced by your connection, but I thought I'd show you anyway. On the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro, we have a tiny selfie cutout in the middle of the screen. That's a 16 megapixel selfie camera. And there seems to be that thin reflective circle in there. I don't know if that's a thing or if that's just the reflection of the camera around the glass, but either way, it's a subtle little thing that won't really bother you, but it does inform you of where the camera is in the screen and it tells you where to look, so that whether or not is intended can be pretty useful. The video sample of the Redmi Note 10 Pro I'm shooting with that selfie cam. This can shoot in 1080p 30 fps and there is a beauty mode, so this is maximum. Now again, my thing with beauty filters is less is more. This is now at level 15. We were doing 100, so less is more, and use it just like makeup to enhance the real you. Never be ashamed of your imperfections, but the beauty mode does give you a little oomph. Anyway, this camera can also do the movie frame mode, which sort of gives you a more cinematic feel, except most social media is shot this way, and you know, this mode is supposed to be this way. Now, take note though that when you do use the beauty mode and the movie frame mode, it does downgrade to 720p, which is okay for social media use. There doesn't seem to be a dedicated video portrait mode so that you can shoot with a bokeh using the front-facing camera. Neither is there a dedicated steady mode, and this is what walking and talking using the front-facing camera looks like. Now, what I love about Xiaomi phones is how amazingly feature-rich their apps are, even without installing anything. So let's say this is just the video that I just shot. I can actually edit it. So I can crop, I can add filters, and that gives you a number of choices. You can even change intensity. Ooh, I don't know what that is, but it's hard. It's a vignette. Okay, you can add captions. So as you can see, it gives you that little text, and you can change the text that's on there. So it's a cool little way to add effects to your video. And there are available soundtracks, so that means you can add music to your video. Unfortunately, you can't really switch around levels, so videos can sound like this. Edit options built in. I mean, it just makes... But yeah, all things considered, these are very comprehensive editing tools built in. So obviously this phone can do fire selfies. I know, because I've posted some selfies I took on this phone on Instagram. As opposed to the rear cams where the beauty mode is just a toggle, when you use a selfie cam for photos, there's a more comprehensive beauty mode. There are a number of things you can do here, but I usually just do a little bit of smoothing. And yes, a little goes a long way. Here are some samples, side by side, beauty mode and no beauty mode. And there's also a selfie portrait mode, of course, where you can toggle between an aperture of 1 to 16. 1 being the most blurred and 16, of course, being not really blurred. The portrait mode almost always got me right, although it's not perfect. No portrait modes are at this point. There's also that movie frame mode, which is basically a more dramatic portrait mode, but again, it is horizontal, which doesn't fit with, social media posting. Now on portrait mode, there are these new cool lighting effects that sort of add a little fun flair to whatever selfies you take. I did some samples on my unboxing and camera tour video, so you can check it out. I'll link it up here and down below. And yes, this also works on rear cameras. Also on this phone, that makes it so conducive to remote selfies or just selfie OOTDs. When you press this, you can set timer real quick, or my favorite feature, the palm shutter. So now you can take awesome selfies just like that. Finally, also built in on this phone, and just like for videos, you can edit photos, and there are a lot of things you can do here. So there is a built-in beauty mode, there is crop settings, you can add so many different filters. There are also a number of really cute stickers, like, okay, no, I don't need anyone's help, but yeah, you know what I mean. There are doodle options. You can add text if you don't want to doodle. Then there's this mosaic feature, which is great for if you want to blur things out, but do it a little classier, and or if you want to sprinkle some cute design around your photo. What's really cool is this erase tool, which is basically the healing brush tool in Photoshop, if you know what I mean. If you don't, basically this thing can sort of erase stuff in the background by copying like the surrounding stuff. So as you can see here, I sort of erased that clutter behind me. I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks good, and I did it all on my phone, at least for this photo, in like a minute. And finally, there's this sky feature, which allows you to take any photo which shows the sky and then change the sky. So it's pretty cool because it gives you a different feel or a different scene for the same photo. It even allows you to animate it, like for example, now it's raining, or this time around it's snowing. It's pretty cool, and actually one of my favorite features on Xiaomi phones. Although there are times that it doesn't do it perfectly, like the cutouts are weird, so it sort of doesn't work. But all in all, when it does work, it really looks good, and there are so many IG or social media post options here. I won't be talking about the rear cameras too much. After all, if you want to see how it shoots, I did put up a camera vlog test using this phone. I'll link it up here and down below. Some quick things you need to know though. One, there is a dedicated steady mode on the rear cameras, again, which is always good for walking and talking. It goes from wide to 6x, so you have camera versatility. It also can shoot in 4K, although that is honestly very rarely useful when it comes to posting videos on social media because most platforms just downgrade anyway. And finally, you have the same video editing capabilities that we looked at earlier on with the selfie video. Let's start with modes that actually are made for social media. So first we have the short video mode. This thing allows you to do wide 1x up until, well, 6x, and here when you record you only shoot 15-second clips. And these clips from here you can send directly to your social media feed. So depending on what social media accounts you have, it will show up here. But that's not all. This mode allows you to do different speed settings. You have different filters, beauty filters, the kaleidoscope mode, which is pretty fun. And then here you can change the length. So we have 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or 90 seconds. And then you have the option to add background music. So here it is, preset. You don't need to download anything. It's just here. You can use these. So yeah, the short video mode is Xiaomi's response to Android phones not being optimized for social media use. As we all know, the answer to that is really shooting on your Android on the camera app. So what they did was they specifically built this mode so that you can shoot with your camera app and then forward to your social media just like that. Moving on to other cool features here, there is a vlog mode which basically allows for preset vlog templates like these, and as you can see, these look very cinematic. And then after you pick a template, you just need to shoot the clips and then it does everything for you. So here are some examples that I shot like without even a minute, just in my room. I mean, you gotta admit those were impressive clips considering that they needed no effort to make. But yeah, the main problem with this is that it is all in landscape and you can't really change the orientation, which again is a no-no in social media. Next up is the clone mode, which is what you're seeing right now. And yes, folks, I did this all on my phone. Other people thought I did some crazy editing, but nope. Lol, yeah, this is how I shoot with a tripod and then facing a mirror so that it sort of detects that there's a person on there. So basically it can get complicated if you're shooting by yourself. This is best done with an Instagram boyfriend or something. Yep. And yeah, despite the many clips I took of that, it's pretty cool once you get it done. Although, like I said, I don't think this is a solo act, and again, it's all on landscape. Last but not the least, there is a long exposure mode. So basically it's night mode, but it's set up to take the best photos of certain situations. So I can imagine this being super useful, like light streaks or like when you're out camping. I mean, what else could be more Instagrammable? Literally these hard shots, but made capable by your phone. Now, I'm not gonna try this because again, staying at home, quarantine and all. So yeah, know that it's there though, and again, pretty cool. And that was it for our social media test on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro. I do these videos because I noticed that a lot of people talk about shooting with your phones, but never about shooting with your phones for social media, which is what a lot of people use them for these days. So I'm curious what you think about this video. If you want to see more social media tests in the future, also let me know what you think about this phone. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's ISADoes_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And I post updates on the stuff I test out and answer questions on my TikTok account. So I'll see you there, guys. Until next time.